So we're going to talk a little bit about what's happening and what's hot right now in properties, and it's living upstairs, running your business downstairs. Can you imagine how good that commute is? A few things you have to consider when you live where you work. And Rizwan, you're going to walk us through some of the things to remember before diving in. You've got a checklist.
Yes.
Number one is location.
Yes. Location is always king, right? So whether it's for your home or if it's for your business, you have to identify, like, let's say if you want to open up a bakery, you're not going to do that in the middle of nowhere. You want foot traffic. So when you're baking your goods, like people walk by, they smell it, they come in, right? You're standing outside once you're getting your business off the ground, you're handing out free samples. You have to have someone to do that, 2 or 4, right? Especially when you're like in the infancy of your business. So location always is king in all aspects, but especially when it comes to business as well, because you want to be able to do that.
You need people to come into your business. Next tip, keep accessibility in mind. And what do you mean by that?
So what I mean by that is like keeping in mind, who are your clients? Like, are they young people? Are they older people? Are they, do they need transit to get there? Like you and I went to Benchmark, for example, which is, in Kleinburg, and it's about a 45-minute drive from here.
Yeah.
It would have taken us maybe 2 hours on transit. Right? So, but and also you can't pick up that ride in school and move it right downtown.
No.
It just doesn't work. We don't have that space.
Now, the other thing you need to think about is the business requirements, right? What do you mean by that?
So business requirements, again, like what does your business need? Do you need to have like a sectioned off office, a proper office? Like let's say you're a paralegal and you're working from your home. Now, your clients are coming in. Do you need to have an area or is it just on your dining room table? Like, how are you going to do this, right? So, how are you going to figure that out? Are you going to section an area off? Or let's say if you want to open up a bed and breakfast. You can't necessarily do that downtown. I mean, you can, but then it just becomes like a temporary stay, or it becomes like, an Airbnb. For a traditional bed and breakfast that, like we close our eyes and imagine, like you want to have, like you want to be like on a field, you want to be near a lake. Absolutely, charm. And so that's what I mean with business requirements, identifying what those are. Now,
you also say size matters. I feel like we've heard this one before. And what do you mean when it comes to these properties, live, work?
Yeah, properties? Definitely. So in this context, Tracy, in this context, you want to be able to get into a space that, do you bite off a little bit more than you can chew? So if you think that your business is going to grow and you're able to is there room for growth? Is there room for expansion? But also keep in mind, it's a very fine line. And you don't want to take off or bite off a lot more than you can chew from the get-go, because now you're carrying this dead square footage or this empty square footage right when your business is in its infancy. You're starting out. So figure out if you need to scale up, and in 10 seconds or less, zoning? Okay, very, very important. You need to go out there, speak to an expert, like accountant, lawyer, everything, and the municipality that you're in. You need to find out, can I operate the business that I'm operating, that I want to operate in this space?
All right, there is what you need to know.